It's the 2015 Alexander County Parks and Recreation Department Football Championships, the PeeWee title game between the Sugarloaf Packers and the Wittenberg Wildcats. I'm Rick Gilbert along with Jody Marshall, Steve Allen on the video tonight. It is not the most pleasant of evenings. It's wet, a little fine mist falling right now. And we're getting ready to have Wittenberg with the ball first. They play on an 80-yard field, Jody, and we've watched this over the years. And for me, it's always football, helmets, and feet. There's not a lot of body in between.
No, not a lot of body in between. These are all 6- and 7-year-olds here in the PeeWee division. A lot of them's first time even being on a football field this year. And, numbers have increased back in our PeeWee. We had 6 teams this year.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Wittenberg with a first down. They start on the 35-yard line, and that play's not going to go very far. Now, Sugarloaf, who is on defense, undefeated on the year, they are 8-0. Wittenberg comes in at 5-2, and those 2 losses to Sugarloaf. And they were close games, 14-13 and 21-19. So, yeah, they beat them twice, but they beat them by a combined 3 points in 2 games.
In both games, it come down to extra points conversions, and extra points that wasn't converted. So look for this to be a tight game all the way.
Well, it's a second down for Wittenberg. And they get a little leeway on, and I love watching. This is teaching football here. The coaches get to be on the field with the players, in the huddle with the players, and they're learning to play the game. They watch it on TV, but they're learning to play the game. So Wittenberg with a second down, and they're going to try a sweep left, and they've got some room out here, and that's going to be a really good play. That's Jayon Connor, the quarterback. He's the leading rusher on the year, and he's going to be very near a first down.
Yep, and that was a tackle made by number 2, Kerryon Shaw.
They're going to spot it right on the 45, and that's going to move the sticks. So a big 10-yard run for Connor. These quarters go very quickly.
Yeah, 8-minute quarters, and you're just going to see a lot of running the ball in this, so the clock will not stop very much at all.
Now, you say these are 6th graders? I mean, no, 6-year-olds?
6 and 7-year-olds.
6 and 7-year-olds. When I came up, they didn't even have football at that age. I mean, I knew what a football was. I played it out in the yard, and I had a helmet, and I thought it was really cool.
Yep.
But, and it was a white one, much like you're seeing out there. But I put a decal or 2 on it.
Yep. Now, when I first started working for the rec, we were still in the flag stage.
Yeah.
It was 5, 6, and 7-year-olds, and then we went to tackle the last couple years here.
All right, first down. Connor's going to try to sweep left. He's out there, and he's going to run down the sideline. Oh, that's a touchdown-saving tackle. No question, that would have been a touchdown. Kerryon Shaw saved 6.
You're going to see these 2 go back and forth the whole game. You're going to see Connor for Wittenberg do a lot of running and tackling. You're going to see Shaw for Sugarloaf doing a lot of running and tackling. Those are definitely the 2 best athletes on the field right now.
Well, Connor got it all the way down to the 32-yard line. But really, it's the 22-yard line because we're playing on an 80-yard field.
Yeah, and also, the start of the game, which we'll get into in a little bit, we're no kicking in PeeWee football.
No kicking whatsoever.
You're going to have you're going to just take the ball after touchdowns or start the half or the second half at the 25-yard line.
Josh Hart is the coach of the Wittenberg Wildcats, and it's a first down. And that's a really good tackle. Number 77 in on the stop is Caleb Genwright. And they got a little notation here, best lineman. I see why they say that. He blew that play up for a loss, and it's going to be second down and about 12.
It was good penetration by him right there. And I think that was a different guy on the carry, maybe.
Yeah, that was actually number 2, Jacob Hubbard, on the carry of that play. So it's second down for Wittenberg. They break the huddle. They're going to send trips, double out to the left. Connor's back there in a shotgun formation. And he takes a good snap, and he's going to run it right. Breaks out of a tackle. Got a lot of people in front of him. Breaks out of another tackle. Another tackle. And then he's forced out of bounds. And that was Genright again that knocked him out. Now, he broke 2 or 3 tackles, but it's going to bring up a 3rd and long.
Sammy Lowe on the tackle.
It is not a pleasant night, as I mentioned. Right now, I don't see much, maybe a very fine mist. The field obviously is very wet. We had heavy rain earlier in the week, some light drizzle today.
Well, that's one thing we battled all year is the rain on the weekends. We've been rained out several times.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It seems like the weekends is when it rains, and Monday through Thursday is beautiful. But this week, a little bit of exception to that. Monday was a day when we got over 1.5 inches of rain. So it's 3rd down and long for Wittenberg. Connor, the quarterback, wears number 1. He's in a shotgun, takes a nice snap, tries to go left, and he's going nowhere. And there's that guy again, number 77, Caleb Genright, and he has made 3 tackles in 3 plays.
And we can see why he's obviously the best lineman for Sugarloaf.
Yeah, they're not doing it. They need to pay attention to him up front. He is wreaking havoc right now. It's 4th down.
And this is another unique aspect of PeeWee football. They're electing to punt on 4th down, and they will take it 20 yards down the field.
From wherever you are, you take it 20 yards. So that's probably a good strategy. You're going to pin them back. It says inside the 20, but really it's inside the 10 because we're on an 80-yard field. So they're going to start, on the 9-yard line.
Yep.
So here we go. 1st down for Sugarloaf. And the Sugarloaf, we're going to keep an eye on Carrion Shaw, number 2. Says he scored about 80% of their touchdowns this year. He wears number 2, and he will be the quarterback, and he's in a shotgun.
And you still see in a championship game, the coach is still having to place the players in the right position.
Yeah. Well, they're still learning. They're learning to watch. They're learning to play the game, and they're learning to play it right. That ball's on the turf, picked up, though. And let's see if Shaw can make something out of it. He can. He will be knocked out of bounds at about the 15.
And that would be knocked out of bounds by Jayon Connor.
You said we'd be calling those 2 names a lot, so there you go. Connor got a tackle. But he turned what was a dropped snap into a 5-yard gain. The ball on the 15. It's 2nd down, 5 to go. We're underway in the first quarter, under 2 minutes. We're scoreless. Sugarloaf with the ball. They fake the handoff. Shaw's going to keep it, and there's a nice tackle.
Tackle on the play by number 18.
Number 18 is Zachary Gendon.
3rd down.
That's a good tackle.
Yes,
no, it's actually tackle. Corbin Kelly on the stop. That was a formed tackle right there. 3rd down and short.
18-yard line, about a half yard for the first.
Let's see if Sugarloaf can pick it up. Sugarloaf coached by Corey Presnell, assistants Jeff Chapman, Jeff Miller, and Kyle Ayers. Josh Hart is setting his defense a little bit. Snap. They're going to get the 1st down and more. They're going to go out to over the 20 to about the 23, maybe the 24-yard line, and there he is, number 18 again, Corbin Kelly. I kind of like that name, Corbin Kelly.
Tackle again made by number 18.
And you see Sugarloaf PeeWee going with a little no-huddle offense here.
24-yard line.
And you see you've got a coach out there with a towel drying the hands off of the quarterback. Probably a wise move on tonight.
Well, there's everything's wet. So 1st down, the ball on the 24 for Sugarloaf. We are down to only 30 seconds remaining in this quickly moving first quarter. We're scoreless. Here's the snap. They're going to try to sweep left. They've got some room out there. There to the 40, 30. This may go all the way down that far sideline, and it is a touchdown. Carrion Shaw. Well, they pecked away at him a little bit, and Shaw broke a long one.
Yes, he did. Like a 56-yard TD run for Shaw down the left-hand side right there.
And that puts them on top. Now, I know they're not going to kick extra points. We're going to see them go for 2.
You'll see them, well, it'll actually be for 1.
Yeah, it only counts 1. That's right. I remember that from last year.
Now, in the next game, varsity, if they decide to kick, that is worth 2 in our league.
Oh, yeah. Well, it should be. And I like the idea of developing kickers, too. Double left. Here we go. See if they can convert. Big run by Carrion Shaw. Sugarloaf trying to go 9-0. He will run it left side. He got in. He was hit right at the goal line, but he got in, so Sugarloaf has taken the lead. They lead it by a score of 7-0. That counts as 1 point.
5.8 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Big drive, big play, big run by Shaw. And right now, Wittenberg will go on the attack with about 5 minutes or 5 seconds remaining, and they may not get this playoff before the start of the second quarter, and no, they won't. So that will end the first quarter of play with Wittenberg holding a 7-0 lead. So we'll get a little break in the action. Jeff Miller bringing out a little water.
1 o'clock. To be sure to pull for those Panthers.
Tell you what, on the field down there before the game, these kids were excited to be out here tonight.
Well, the Cougar football team practiced since the regular season is coming to an end. They actually practiced on the field just prior to this game getting started, so they got a chance to witness a little bit of that. I remember my first football uniform. I never will forget it. Played with the Taylorsville Hawks. They wore green jerseys, white pants, and white helmets, and I thought I was the coolest thing in the world. I'll never forget it. I wish I knew what happened. I think we had to turn those jerseys in. I guess they used them the next year.
White pants wouldn't have made it on a night like this.
No, white pants would have not been good.
Which that's what Wittenberg's got on tonight.
Yeah, they do. Well, I will say probably every one of these kids will take a bath before they go to bed tonight. That's just my take on it here.
It would probably be a wise thing.
There's going to be some mud out there. It's a first down now. Wittenberg is trailing 7-0. There's the shotgun snap. They're going to try a little lateral pass. Oh, this may be a good play. They've got 5 yards, and they've got 10 yards. They've got a first down. I like that. The pass was caught out in the right flat by Connor. Jayon Connor caught it.
It's like number 30, Maurice Howell Jr. on the tackle.
Well, they pick up 10 yards. Now, this is sort of what Wittenberg did a while ago. They got a couple first downs. Then the drive stalled. They elected to the punt option, which took it 20 yards downfield. And they forced Sugarloaf back to start on their own 9, but they were able to drive it and score.
First down at 10, ball on the 46-yard line.
So here comes Wittenberg on a first down.
Another unique thing you see in the PeeWee, there's just 9 on the field.
Yeah, 9 players on the field. Oh, here's a handoff. This may be big. Running laterally, midfield, and forced out of bounds.
Like number 8, Nate Rourke, forcing him out of it. No, number 9, I'm sorry.
Jameer Miller on the stop. But that's another first down for Wittenberg, and they've got it into Sugarloaf territory. Now, Sugarloaf, as we mentioned, trying to go 9-0 and lost all year.
And this has been a battle both games before.
Yeah, close. 3 points separating the two teams in 2 games. Sugarloaf won 14-13 and 21-19, so there's not much difference. Wildcats from Wittenberg break the huddle, wearing that blackish dark green jersey. And they're going to squeeze it up the middle, and this one won't go much.
Looks like number 2, Jacob Hubbard on the carry there for the Wildcats.
Yeah, you've got the Sugarloaf team wearing the green and gold, and they do kind of look like the uniforms of the Packers.
Second down and 6. Ball on the 30.
4-yard gain, second down 6, ball on the 30. It's 7-0. Sugarloaf on top, but Wittenberg driving. They're going to break the huddle and send 3 out to the left flank. They're going to run right. Watch this. Nope, he's going to run to where everybody was split to the near side. And he will be wrestled down inside the 25-yard line. And that should be enough for another Wittenberg first down.
Yep, looked like they gave it to him.
Nate Rourke.
Nate Rourke got the tackle, but that takes it to the 24-yard line, first down. Wittenberg trying to drive and pull even. 6 minutes, 12 seconds remaining in the first half.
Also notice the field is 80 yards long, and also the width is not as wide. We've got a fire hose going down the far hash, representing the out of bounds line.
They take the hash mark to the far sideline out. First down for Wittenberg. Oh, this one's going nowhere. They blew this one up.
But number 2, Jacob Hubbard.
Like it might have been a fumble there on the snap, which I expected it a lot tonight.
Sammy Lowe among those in there on that stop. Let's call it no gain, second down and 10. You're watching the Alexander County Parks and Recreation PeeWee Championship game on the government channel. The PeeWees, the 6-year-olds.
Looks like the center is number 55 for Wittenberg. That's Bryce Larimore.
Well, they need a play here. It's second down. Ooh. And this one's botched. They got penetration. They're scrambling like maybe the ball is loose.
Number 1 on the recovery, Jaden Connor. Hold on here.
Well, Sugarloaf coaches say we've got it, and the officials agree. So there is a big turnover. And Sugarloaf pounces on the ball. They got 4 minutes and 44 seconds left until half, and they're up 7-0.
Not sure who recovered that, but it was number 77, Caleb Ginwright, that blew that play up from the beginning.
He's had a lot of time in the Wittenberg backfield. So here goes Sugarloaf leading with the ball. Carrion Shaw, the quarterback. Now he scored that touchdown on a long run. And he's in a shotgun. He's got a convoy over to his left, and that's where he's headed. Gets outside of penetration, down the sideline. This may be trouble again, but they bounce him out of bounds. But he got enough for a first down.
So you got about 12-yard gain there. Run out of bounds by Connor once again.
If Connor doesn't bounce him out of bounds, I think he dances to the end zone right there. But he got him just a couple yards shy of midfield. That stops the clock when you go out. And there's those that little wing over there, 3 players lined up left in a flank. Shaw takes a look at his coach and says, okay, what are we doing here?
Now, PeeWee, you've got a 45-second play clock to get the snaps off.
It's a good snap. Tries to run left, breaks contain. We've got a penalty marker. And a good tackle made.
35-yard line. Penalty marker on the play.
Tackle made by number 99.
99.
I think that's Cade Hardis.
Cade Hardis.
Well, I got a feeling that this penalty is against Sugarloaf. It was thrown right into the fray. Sometimes that's a hold or a block in the back. But it's going to back up the Packers back into their own territory.
Looks like a hold on the play.
Yep. Second down.
On the play, 10-yard penalty.
And about 11 to go for Sugarloaf. They lead it 7-0, 4:01 remaining in the half. Well, they're taking their time. Clock is running. Run up the middle and no go at all. Somebody just wrapped him up and slung him to the turf. Corbin Kelly, we've called that name a bunch on Wittenberg's defense.
Also looked like Cade Hardis in there once again.
So here's a play where you got to get the first down or you're going to have to do that 20-yard punt deal. Third down and 11.
It's a big play in the game already.
Yep, there's those that triple flank to the left. Usually he runs to that side.
We got a channel up there. Just put it on my tail. Whatever you want, baby.
Milking that clock once again.
Yeah, they are moving players around, and now they're going to blow everything dead, and Sugarloaf's just going to take a timeout. They're going to talk about it. They didn't like everything they saw.
These championship games for tonight, Monday night games, will be televised on the government channel.
You know, one of the fun things about PeeWee football is you've got PeeWee cheerleaders too, and you've got the cheerleaders for Sugarloaf down below us, and across the way you got the Wittenberg cheerleaders, and that's cool too because I remember we didn't have cheerleaders. Girls wouldn't even come out and watch us play.
Oh, and things have changed now.
Yeah.
Filming these games and Rick and Jody doing
Third down and 11 for Sugarloaf.
Watching it on TV. So,
Now, another unique thing, since we got a second here with the defense here in PeeWee, you can have a middle linebacker, but he's got to be 3 yards off the ball on the snap. You can't blitz right up the middle in PeeWee football. So that's the reason you see a middle linebacker. He's about 3 yards away, and if he does get closer, you'll see the ref step in and back him up, you know.
Yep. Well, they do this to protect the players.
Yes, a lot of safety.
These kids are learning the game, and it's fun to watch them. they become better players at the end of the year than they were at the start. They learn a lot. Now they got that trip flank right, and that's where we're going to try to go. Shaw gets it out of one tackle. They've got him, and that's big.
And that's number 99.
Cade Hardis slinging him down, and I don't see where Sugarloaf has much of a choice, Jody, other than to do that 20-yard punt right here.
Looks like a 20-yard punt.
You don't want to give them a short field to play on, and that's a really important defensive stand by Wittenberg. Or is it?
Oh, looks like they're getting on the ball.
Oh, yeah, looks like Corey Presnell, the coach, is going to roll the dice. Oh, my, he don't want to give up the ball. Fourth down and, 10. Yep. Now he's going to talk about it a little bit. Now we're going to talk about it a little bit. I still think he's going to end up doing the punt thing, but hey, what do I know?
I agree with you. I think the punt's coming. But who knows? He could have a play in his back pocket saved all year for this.
Well, Josh Hardis is not real convinced that he is going to punt. He is up there extolling his troops, saying, guys, all right, be alert here.
There's one thing about it. You have to announce if you're doing it. If you go for it, you got to go for it. No trickery here unless it's on the play call.
No trickeration. Well, they're talking about it. It's been a long time in the huddle. There's 2:10 left in the half. It's 7-0. Sugarloaf leading, and this is a big gamble. This is a big gamble right here. They show go.
And they will go.
If Wittenberg can stop it, they're going to have a short field and a chance to pull even before the half. Coach Corey Presnell still moving people around. All right, they're going to go. Here's the snap. They're going to do a reverse. This is going to work. It's going to be a big one, and they're going to get it for a first down. Wow, what a call. 21-yard line. I think you're right. I think Corey had that one just sort of back there in his bag, and he waited for the right time to use it.
Yep, a little reverse there, run to number 8,
Nate Rourke. Yeah, obviously, they were looking for Shaw to keep it, but he reversed it. And here we go. He rolled the dice, rolled a 7, so it's on the 30-yard line. Actually, the 20-yard line, first down for Sugarloaf. What a big play.
Huge play now, and even bigger. Sugarloaf scores right here going into half, and then they also get the ball back to start the second half.
Well, Wittenberg needs a stop, and they need it really bad. They got to come up with a stop, and there's a penalty marker on the field. There's a minute and 24 seconds remaining in the first half. It's 7-0. Sugarloaf on top. They just went for it on 4th and 10, got it. But now they're going to be backed up 5 yards on a penalty.
It's like a procedure call on Sugarloaf there.
Yeah, so here we go. First down and 15. They'll start the clock right now. Run up the middle, bounces off a few tackles. Shaw will go to about the 20-yard line. I think that's Hardis again.
That's Hardis once again.
Cade Hardis, wearing that 99, has been in on a bunch of stops. We do have a player down on the field, so
looks like that might be Shaw.
Let's get him up and going. Players will all take a knee, and let's just hope that he's okay. He's up on his feet, moving around. That's always a good sign, and he's okay. Sometimes those things just happen. You get a little ding, but you'll be all right later. So they're going to bring in number 1, William Norton, and Carey and Shaw will come out. Now, you've got your quarterback out of the game on a 2nd and 10, so it's kind of dangerous. Let's see who they move in there at quarterback. Is that Jameer Miller? I can't make out the number.
Can't see the number yet either.
It's 2nd down and 10, and they're going to blow a whistle. And I think Sugarloaf, I think they're going to call a timeout. It is Jameer Miller that is lining up at quarterback. There's 42 seconds. And, you know, right now, Sugarloaf, what they would like to do is maybe run one more play and just run this clock out.
Yeah.
Well, obviously there's not a rule where he has to sit out a play if he goes out, because here he comes, Carey and Shaw back in the game.
I think with the timeout, that wipes that out maybe.
Okay.
But that will be Sugarloaf's last time out of the half. They are allowed 3 per half, so.
Yep, Shaw is back in there, and he will for sure line up at quarterback. There's 42 seconds. Sugarloaf leading 7-0. Ball on about the 19-yard line. And they put 2 out in a flank to the left.
Looks like Miller's still staying in at quarterback.
Yes, it does. So it will be Miller. And I probably shouldn't even say this, but you know the one thing I haven't seen yet is a bad snap. All the snaps have been great.
Ooh.
And I probably shouldn't even say that. And there's another great snap. Miller's going to run it. Got some room. Oh, he's going to go to pretty near the first down. He may have it.
It's going to be a little short. It looks like Sugarloaf's going to have to get on it. That was Cade Hardis on the tackle once again. No, they give it to him.
He's got the first down at the 10-yard line. So, goal to go with 33 seconds. You're right, Sugarloaf out of timeout. So they've got to kind of hustle a little bit here. They stop the clock to move the chains. Now they'll crank the clock. They'd like to get a couple plays in here before the half, and that's a good, smart play. They're going to spike it. That will stop the clock, give them a little chance to get organized here. You got a goal to go. You got 28 seconds. And it would be tough probably to get 2 plays in 28 seconds in PeeWee football, I think. Now, they might be able to do it.
Unless they throw it.
That's right. That's
That
right.
is a possibility.
Unless they put it in the air. That's something we haven't seen. We did see a little flare pass by Wittenberg.
But other than that, it will be very tough.
Yeah.
To get a bunch of 6- and 7-year-olds lined up twice in 28 seconds.
Yeah, I think you're right. That would be difficult. But let's see what they do. It's Shaw back in there at quarterback, and he's got 3 out in a left flank. Shaw takes the snap, runs left, cuts it inside, breaks out of a tackle, headed toward the end zone. Touchdown. Kerryon Shaw, his second touchdown. When he broke that tackle at the line of scrimmage, he had a pretty easy shot at the end zone, and he had enough speed to beat the guys with angles, and that's a big, big play. They went for it on 4th down, got it, and they score.
Yeah, huge drive.
Oh, yeah.
10-yard run by Shaw there to the left-hand side.
Yeah, they look like they're going to take a 2-touchdown lead into the break. So they'll go for the conversion. It's worth a point. There's the snap. They're going to throw it out in the flat, and it's incomplete. So it's 13-0. Sugarloaf leading. Wittenberg's going to get a chance to run a play or two.
Wittenberg does have all 3 timeouts left. So
they do.
Which for Sugarloaf, you couldn't ask for a more perfect ending to a first half. You score late, and you get the ball to start the second half.
Oh, yeah. Well, Sugarloaf they are putting some people back deep. They've got Shaw back at midfield. Just sort of a deep safety. Just in case something breaks, he will try to run it down.
It looked like Wittenberg just spent their first time out.
The coaches extolling everyone, say, okay, guys, here, just don't let anybody get behind you. Try to keep everything in front of you. That's real easy to say. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do.
No, not even for professional athletes.
No, it's not. And we might see a lateral, 9 of them or 10 of them on a play.
It's very possible.
We don't have instant replay review, though. We don't know if we'll be able to find out if someone's knee was down. Here's a snap. Oh, that could have been dangerous. Jacob Hubbard was able to hang on. He got blasted.
He sure did.
Yeah. And I'm a little, honestly, with this field position, I'm a little bit surprised Wittenberg's using that timeout, but they are.
On the play of 4, second down and 14.
They're
At
down.
this age, you never know. You could break one.
Yeah. Down 2 touchdowns, and you sure don't want to give up a cheap one here in the waning seconds. Now, one thing that Wittenberg does not have is a lot of reserves. They only have 1. They've been working players in and out. So here they go on 2nd down, about 13. And that ball is loose. Wittenberg scrambling to get back on it. I think maybe they did.
Wittenberg took another timeout there.
Wittenberg, Wittenberg got on it, and they're going to burn another timeout with 12 seconds. And I might go just, let that thing run, because that field position is getting worse and worse.
The last 2 snaps have not been the best.
No.
And it's very difficult. Like we said, it's wet out there.
It is wet.
Very wet.
Yeah, and those hands are small. That ball is slick.
And I know when I got here, that's a lot of the area where the high school was practicing at tonight was right in that area.
That is exactly where they were practicing when I got here, too. Coach Basil had the guys out there working them pretty hard tonight. There's only 1 game left, and it's not time to rest yet, guys. So here they go on 2nd down, but the important thing is that clock. It's 12 seconds in the half. And they're going to try a sweep right. And actually, they didn't sweep it right. They just ran it up the middle, and it got stopped. So that should end the first half, and it does. Well, Sugarloaf, a big drive. They went for it on 4th down, converted, and then scored on a big play. 2 touchdowns by Kerryon Shaw. And the Packers are a half away from going 9-0 on the year.
Wildcat cheerleading squad. Give them a hand.
So it is halftime with the Packers on top of the Wildcats, and the Packers will get the ball to start the second half. We'll be back with the second half action in a moment. We get ready to start the second half, and Sugarloaf leading it 13-0, and they get the ball to start the second half. Packers undefeated on the year, trying to go 9-0 with a win tonight, including 3 wins, 3 close wins up to this one over Wittenberg. And here come the Packers. Kerryon Shaw is the quarterback, and he is in a shotgun. And he drops it, picks it up, but he's in a lot of trouble, and he's going to lose a yard or two. That was a good snap. He just put it on the turf, got it back, but by the time he recovered, he was covered up.
It looked like number 25, Dylan Churchin on the tackle for the Wildcats.
Loss of a yard, second down 11 at the 25.
Now, I'll tell you one thing. I remember when this Wittenberg team in back at the beginning of September. These are some pretty big youngins for 6 and 7 years old. We do have a weight limit of 70 to actually run the ball. You have to be below 70 pounds to run the ball in a PeeWee.
Oh. Here's the handoff up the middle, and that's not going to go far. Good defense by Wittenberg.
Like Church and Hardison on that tackle as well.
Well, we know that Sugarloaf will roll the dice. They went for it on fourth down there in the first half. That was a big play. And they scored with less than a minute to go to take that 2-touchdown lead. They are talking with Shaw, getting him ready for this third down play. Shaw's going to sprint right, and he will go only to about the 30, so that's good defense by Wittenberg. That is if they do the punt, that is a big defensive stand.
It's a huge stand
for Wittenberg, which they really need. They're down 2 scores. But apparently Sugarloaf does not like to punt, and they show no signs of doing so. They're going to go for it again on fourth down. Now they did it a while ago, and it worked. They need 5 yards.
And normally when they need it, they'll go to the left.
Well, that's where they're putting a couple slots over here. Coach Hart is pretty convinced they're going to this side, and they are. Here we go. They've got an angle, but he gets the corner, and he's got the first down. He breaks out of a tackle, and he may score. Oh, they had him hemmed up and let him get away, Kerryon Shaw. They had him hemmed up. Looked like they were going to be able to stop him, but he got away, and look at that. Touchdown number 3 for Kerryon Shaw.
And that looked like a 49-yard run for Shaw.
Yeah.
Once again to that left side.
Well, you talk about tackling, and those tackles were too high. They were up top. You know, you got to go down a little lower than that and wrap him. And they didn't do it, and he got away. Great run by Shaw, and whoops, they're up 3 touchdowns right now. And that's a lot.
That is a lot in PeeWee football.
In PeeWee football, that is huge. Well, we'll see if the Packers can convert. Here's that reverse sweep, and it is just absolutely wide open.
That looks like Miller.
Yeah. Jameer Miller on the score. It's 20-0 Sugarloaf. They are in control.
20-0 is your score.
Sugarloaf pretty confident in that offense. They can make a play when they need to, and specifically they're confident in Kerryon Shaw. So Wittenberg's got to get going. They are down 20-0, 3 touchdowns. They got to start the comeback right now.
Let's run through the Sugarloaf team real quick while we got a minute. We got number 1, William Norton, Number 2, Kerrion Shaw. Number 3, Cohen Stafford. Number 5, Sawyer Chapman. Number 07, Chevy Miller. Number 8, Nate Rourke. Number 9, Jameer Miller. Number 10, Semi Lowe. Number 30, Maurice Howe Jr. Number 31, Micah Presnell. Number 55, David Bentley. Number 77, Caleb Ginwright. And number 88, Reed Little.
That's the roster for Sugarloaf, undefeated and up 20-0. But here's Wittenberg. They've got to get a drive here. We're going to try to sprint it wide right, and good defense actually by Sugarloaf.
Number 30, Maurice Howe Jr. on that force out right there.
It will stop the clock, which is good for Wittenberg because they need all the time they can get. Pickup of about 7. It's 2nd down and 3. The ball on the 33-yard line.
Wittenberg needs a lot of positive going on right now.
They do. We'll run down that Wittenberg roster here in a moment. They break the huddle. Bryce Larimore is the center. Connor is the quarterback. He's got 3 flanks to the left. Let's see if he runs to that left side. Nope, he's going to run it off right tackle, pick up a 1st down, and he'll be taken to the turf at about the 37, maybe 38-yard line. Coming in there for Sugarloaf, Sammy Lowe.
On the play, number 2, Jacob Hubbard.
And Jacob Hubbard. So it's 1st down, and we'll run down the Wittenberg roster. Jayon Connor, Jacob Hubbard, Adam Woody, Clyde Miller, Corbin Kelly, Zachary Gendron, Dylan Church, Braxton Hale, Bryce Larimore, Zach Braswell, Cade Hardis. So there you go. That's the roster for Wittenberg. They're coached by Josh Hardis. Fumble on the play, scramble right at the line of scrimmage. I think maybe Wittenberg got back on it. They say they did, and they did. Well, you see now, Wittenberg's learned by watching TV that you signal you've got the ball whether you do or not. You ever notice that?
Right. You see a fumble and you see both teams pointing in their direction.
That's
no
right.
matter what.
Yeah. So they've learned that. They've been paying attention. You always just say, well, we got it. 2nd down and 10. Wittenberg trails 20-0, and we're inside 4 minutes in the 3rd quarter. The Recreation Championship games, and this is the PeeWees. This is the little dudes. 6 years old. You said 6 and 7. Is that right?
6 and 7.
6 and 7. So we're talking ostensibly 1st and 2nd graders here.
Yep, had to be 6 by August 31st.
Are they going to throw? They try, and it's incomplete. Boy, that was blown up. Sugarloaf had all kinds of penetration on that play, and that one just wasn't going to go. Connor really had no one to throw to. He released it, so it is 3rd down. And you got to, if you're Wittenberg, you kind of look at it like this. You got 2 downs to get this because you got to go down 20-0.
Oh, that's exactly right. You're going to go no matter what now. Anywhere on the field.
Yep, pretty much.
That's the way I look at it in a championship game. You get beat by 1 or you get beat by 100, you got to go down fighting here.
Well, Sugarloaf's pulling people off the line of scrimmage just to play it safe. So it's 3rd down and the better part of 12 yards for Wittenberg. Well, they're not going to get it on the 3rd down. Connor got spilled shy of midfield, got popped pretty hard. And it's going to be a 4th down and 9 to go. And I'm sure Wittenberg's going to try to come up with something to get this 1st down.
Looked like Nate Rourke on that tackle.
Cohen Stafford coming off for the Packers. Coming in is Micah Presnell.
Tackle number 8, Nate Rourke.
Well,
Fourth down and
if
8.
Wittenberg's going to rally and get back in this game, this play has to work. They've got to get a first down, or they're going to give the ball back to Sugarloaf, and Sugarloaf's going to eat clock. So this is maybe the ball game for Wittenberg right here. They got to convert on 4th and long.
Might see if Hardis has a good trick play up his sleeve here.
Connor takes the snap. Oh, fumble on the reverse attempt.
Ball still loose.
Ball still loose. It's going to be Sugarloaf football at the 30-yard line. They tried the reverse, and they mishandled the exchange. And Sugarloaf's really in the driver's seat now, up 3 touchdowns with the ball on the Wittenberg 30.
It was number 30, Maurice Howe Jr. on the recovery for Sugarloaf, and it was the lineman once again, Caleb Gentry, that was that was in on the fumble.
Well, you look at the 2 scores of the first 2 times these teams played, yeah. The Packers won, but they won by 1 point one game and 2 the other. This one's different. It's 20-0. Your only hope now for Wittenberg, you need a turnover. You need Sugarloaf to put it on the turf, and before the play gets going, they blow it dead with flags and whistles. Officials say offside against Sugarloaf. That'll back them up 5 yards.
That's one thing that we've not seen a lot of here in PeeWee's penalties, and that's a great job by them.
Yep. They're going to start the clock. We're inside 2 minutes left in the 3rd period. 20-0. Sugarloaf trying to complete a perfect season. They faked the handoff on the end around, and dancing with it is Shaw, but
nice tackle.
That was a really good tackle. Number 13 is Clyde Miller. That was a really nice tackle.
Yeah, great tackle.
Clyde,
and he's pumped about it.
He's excited, and he should be. He made a really good play. Made a really good play. So here we go, 2nd down 15. We're inside a minute in the 3rd.
We've got a change in quarterback here. It looks like Miller's going in at quarterback.
Yeah. You will take the snap, sweep left, make a little move, cut it inside, and go inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and long for the Packers.
But Connor on the tackle for the Wildcats.
Braxton Hale. Also on the tackle, number 55, Zachary Gendra.
3rd down and 8.
They're going to take it.
That's the end of the 3rd.
Yep, that's the end of the 3rd, 20-0. Sugarloaf very much in control with the ball and the lead. So we will switch sides of the field. The officials discussing everything. What's coming up now in, I guess basketball's getting ready to get going in the county.
Basketball's getting ready to go, and we finished up sign-ups last Friday. We're finishing up football tonight. Next Monday, we've got volleyball championships next Monday. We've got soccer championships Thursday night, and also the next Thursday night. So some of these people are going to be going from sport to sport, and the weather is just playing havoc with everything that we're trying to do now. So everybody might be glad to be inside for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, it's 3rd down and 9 for Sugarloaf. Shuffling the players around. Maurice Howell Jr. being shifted. Shaw, the quarterback. He fakes the handoff, tries to sweep right, breaks out of a tackle, reverses field. Oh, he's elusive. He just keeps moving, and he's going to score. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. He's very elusive. Kerryon Shaw shows why he scores a lot of touchdowns, because he makes people miss.
And he just completely stopped one time out there and then just took off.
Yeah. Well, that's quite an electric run by Kerryon Shaw, and this one's turning into a rout. It's 26-0. Packers lead it big, and they appear to be on their way to a perfect season. They'll go for the extra point, and they will not make it. Oh, they do get in there. They do get in, and it's 27-0. Sugarloaf.
That was number 30, Maurice Howe, with the extra point conversion.
Well, looks like the championship's going to be up in the Sugarloaf community for PeeWee football. Now, one of the things, and the weather, as we've developed, not perfect tonight by any stretch of the imagination. It's wet, it's damp. It's not real cold, though. That's the good thing. At least if it's going to be wet and damp, and here we are in November, it could be considerably colder.
Yes, it could. And we've been out here on many a nights on Rival Day, Championship Day, that it's been cold, windy, and just miserable.
Yeah, at least the temperature is pretty pleasant. We're in the 50s, so that's not bad. Well, let's see if Wittenberg can at least put some points on the board. They're going to try. They're going to run it up the middle, and that's going nowhere. That is just not going to go.
Number 88 on that.
That is Zach Braswell on the carry, and he's covered up by a host of angry Packers. Loss on the play of a yard or two.
Also on the tackle, number 31, Micah Presnell.
Yeah, you'd like to see Wittenberg try to put one in right here. You know, do the kids some good.
Yeah, I don't want to see him get shut out. So let's see if Wittenberg can at least put some points on the board.
Take it down 11, ball 24.
There's the shotgun snap. Connor's going to sweep right, and just as he tries to make a cut, his pins go out from under him, and Jameer Miller was there close. He'll get credit for the tackle.
3-yard gain on the play. Second down and 8. Ball on the 27-yard line.
Now, what's kind of cool is, and I mentioned earlier when I started playing, you know, we didn't get to keep our jerseys. Obviously, they do because they've got their names on the back. Didn't dream of that when I was playing. You know, there's no way we had names on our backs.
No, but that's where, you know, and I'm not sure who sponsored either one of these teams right now, but, you know, sponsors around the county here helps out and allows them to do things like that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I would have had an awful ego if I would have had my name on my back.
Because I bet you
and a football uniform.
Bet you there were several of these kids that wore these to school today, just like they would in high school.
Absolutely. Well, they're going to try to sprint outside, and it's not going to work. Sugarloaf just really being aggressive on defense with the big lead, and it's working for them. So it's a 4th down, and obviously Wittenberg will go.
Micah Presnell.
It's like Micah Presnell and number 3, Cohen Stafford in on that stop for the Packers.
Also on the tackle, number 3, Cohen Stafford, number 5, Sawyer Chapman May.
Fourth down. Wittenberg tries to keep this possession alive. Sugarloaf defense been tough tonight. And that whole thing just kind of blew up.
Don't look like the snap got off there.
No, it didn't look like the snap got cleared. And It should be a
fourth down.
turnover on down. Did they call a timeout before the snap?
I think they called it through a penalty flag there
Oh,
first,
okay.
so they'll still get another shot here on fourth down.
Yeah, so now it's going to make it basically 4th down and 10.
Remember,
Now I remember when I had that white helmet,
Bethlehem Eagles
and you know I grew up.
and the Sugarloaf Ducks.
The Green Bay Packers back when I was a little kid were really, really good. So I guess I was sort of pulling for the Green Bay Packers, and I remember I had that white helmet, and I took a magic marker and put a green G on the side of it. I remember that.
I guess the only football helmet I ever had was one I got for Christmas one year. A big Redskin fan. Got a Redskin helmet.
It was actually a Redskin helmet?
It was a Redskin helmet.
Oh,
my brother got a Bears helmet because for some reason he was a big Jim McMahon fan at the time. And
okay.
That's what we played around in the yard with. We never actually got on the field. We was playing soccer on this field.
Yeah. Well, here's that 4th down play.
Oh, he's got
Connor's got a chance. He's got a first down. He may score. He's going down the far sideline being pursued. I don't think they're going to get him. He's going to score on a 4th down and 11. What a play. Jayon Connor goes the distance.
Goes the distance, 66-yard run for Jayon Connor.
That's big. And, hey, Wittenberg's on the scoreboard, 27-6. Here comes the PAT.
And that's good for Wittenberg.
It is. They're frustrated. You know, they played them awfully close, and I'm sure they felt like the third time would be the charm. They lost by 1 point to them, 14-13. Lost by 2 points, 21-19. And, you know, they had to feel like, well, we'll get them this time.
And, you know, Sugarloaf's probably in the thinking of how I think when I coach, you beat a team twice, it is really, really tough to beat them that third time.
Yeah.
And most times it does not happen that way.
It is tough. So here comes Wittenberg, try to get that extra point on the board. They're down 27-6. Big play by Jayon Connor, and that was not gonna happen. So it's 27-6 with 4:07 remaining in the ball game. Packers will get the ball back. Unfortunately, in this situation, you can't try an onside kick because you don't have a kick.
No.
Sugarloaf's going to get the ball. If you're Wittenberg, you got to hope they drop it, turn it over.
Yeah, they need a couple turnovers very quick here. And that's one thing the clock will start here.
Well, after that Duke-Miami college game, you just never say never.
You don't.
You know, I mean, you're really, and we've seen some crazy things this year, especially on kicks and punts. You just don't know what's going to happen. So you can't say with complete certainty that this game is over yet.
And you never know. I was out here Saturday watching some of the other rival games. In the PeeWee game, they were in a kneel-down situation and fumbled a snap. The other team recovered right there and had a chance to win the game.
Yeah. Sugarloaf. And a good tackle made out about the 35-yard line.
Like a flag on the play in the vicinity of holding.
Rourke was in on the carry, and the tackle was made by Bryce Larimore. But I think it's going to be a penalty. And you don't see this very much in big boy football, but one of the players for the Packers picked up the flag and handed it to the official. You don't see that?
No, you don't see that at all.
A little sportsmanship, a little kindness and courtesy. I like that.
How about those white pants for Wittenberg now?
Yeah, they're pretty dirty, and you know, the good thing is they want them to be dirty.
That's exactly right.
they want them to be dirty, and that's good. First and 20 for the Packers. And breaking a tackle. Oh, what a pop. Wow.
Nice tackle.
Yes, it was.
It's Cade Hardis once again.
Oh, Hardis came in hard. Now, he is the son of Josh Hardis, and Josh has probably taught him some of those wrestling moves, you know.
That's exactly right.
This is a takedown here. Second down and 9. 2 minutes and 25 seconds left in the game. Sugarloaf up 27-6. Trying for a perfect season, including 3 wins over their rivals from Wittenberg. Well, we're going to try to sweep it right. Now we're going to reverse it left. Miller, there's a penalty marker down. They will stop him.
Number 1, Jay and Connor.
Connor in on the stop.
Also Jacob Hubbard on the stop.
Jacob Hubbard.
Illegal block in the back, it looks like.
Yeah. Packers having some penalty problems on this possession.
Which in this, when you've got players that start one way, cut it back, go the other way, it's hard not to hold, push in the back or something for these kids.
Ball on the 20-yard line, second down and about 15 for a first.
Now we're down inside 2 minutes. Packers still with the ball. Second down and about 15. The thing is, you know, it doesn't matter so much. They keep running clock.
Well, there's a fumble.
There's a mis-exchange, but
On the play, recovered.
It's like Miller fell back on it.
yeah, Miller was able to land on it.
Third down.
Coming up on 1:20 left in the game. Some reserves coming in for the Sugarloaf Packers. Wonder who decided they were going to be the Packers.
Have a good feeling Jeff Chapman was one behind that, as he's a huge Packers fan.
Yeah, well, you kind of thought maybe that might be the case. Inside a minute to go. Sugarloaf about to celebrate an undefeated season. And there is a fumble, and
Again, lost the ball.
well, you know, he just kind of got excited.
Yeah, he's
Jameer
seen
Miller,
the hole over here.
Yeah, he did have some room to run, but now it's fourth down, and apparently Sugarloaf just does not have the punt thing in their repertoire. They're not showing that they're going to do it, so they're just going to try to run another play and run out the clock. They should have to run probably one more play,
one more.
and that'll end the ball game. They are running the clock down. We're inside 10 seconds. Sugarloaf senses that they are about to win a title. They're not going to have to snap it, and that's the ball game. And congratulations to the Sugarloaf Packers. They go undefeated, 9-0 on the year. They win the championship over the Wittenberg Wildcats, 27-6. 9-0. Congratulations to the Sugarloaf Packers. They are the PeeWee champions for 2015 in the Alexander County Parks and Recreation football. Championships in Sugarloaf. Congrats to the Packers.